Good morning, everyone. Let me ask you something. When you woke up today, did you brush your teeth, check your phone, or maybe scroll through TikTok without thinking? If yes, congratulations. You just experienced the power of habits. You often believe that change requires huge, dramatic effort, like moving mountains, but in reality, it's the small things we do consistently shape who we become day by day. Today, I want to talk about how daily habits, those tiny actions that we repeat every day, have the power to transform our lives slowly but surely. I'll explain how habits work, why they matter more than motivation, and how to build good ones that stay. Okay, let's start with what a habit really is. A habit is something we do automatically, without even thinking, like brushing our teeth or like tying our shoelaces. According to a research by James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, habits form through a loop of cue, craving, response, and reward. For example, you see your phone, when you see your phone light up, it's like a cue. And then when you look at it, you feel curious, which is your craving. You check it, when you pick it up, that's your response. And when you feel satisfied when you receive a message or something, that's your reward. Repeat this enough times, it becomes automatic. But here's the powerful part. Your brain doesn't care what the habit is, whether it's good or bad. If it's repeated, it becomes your default. That's why it's so easy to fall into bad habits and why replacing them with good ones is so important in this generation that now. Okay, now let's talk about motivation. Many of us wait until we feel motivated to start something, like studying, exercising, or even waking up early. But let's be honest, motivation comes and goes. Some days we feel pumped and some days we do not, or not so much. That's where habits come in. Habits don't rely on how you feel. They rely on systems that we build as a foundation. So for example, let's say you make it a habit to revise for 20 minutes every night before sleeping. Even when you're tired or distracted, the automatic behavior kicks in and suddenly you study over 10 hours plus every month without even realizing it. So how can we build better habits? Here are 3 simple strategies you can use. So first one is starting small. Instead of saying I'll study 3 hours every night, start with 10 minutes. Consistency is more important than intensity. So number 2 is make it obvious. Like putting your book beside your bed, which you want to read before going to sleep, as you want to make it a habit or build consistency. Or place your gym shoes near your door to make the habit visible and easy to start. So the third point is very important. It's very effective as well as attaching it to something. So link your habit to an existing one. For example, after you brush your teeth, you'll read 1 page. Or after you eat lunch, you'll do 10 push-ups, which means like you're linking your existing habit to another new one. Okay, but to be honest, these tricks are simple, but they make it easier to repeat the behavior, and that's how the habits are born. Okay, so let me give another example of myself personally. So I used to struggle with waking up early. So I hit snooze 5 times and end up rushing everything. But then I built a habit. I placed my alarm far out from my bed. I also started to prepare my clothes and bag the night before. It was annoying at first, but after a few weeks, it became automatic. Now I wake up and feel more control of my day and my morning. So to be honest, this isn't just about your routine. It's about your future, your grades, health, mindset, and even your relationships are shaped by small actions that are repeated over time. So here's what I want to leave you with. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need to change your whole life like overnight. You just need to choose one small habit something simple and something doable, and start today. Because success isn't built in a day, it's built daily. In the words of Aristotle, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. Thank you.